We have AI models currently processing text 14 times faster than standard speeds.
Yeah, it is wild.
They are actively diagnosing complex canine cancer.
Right.
Yet at the same time, major tech companies are quietly killing off their flagship AI features.
It is a weird contradiction.
It really is. Welcome to this custom-tailored deep dive.
Glad you are here with us.
We are exploring the intersection of a raw compute power and brutal business realities today.
We really do have a fascinating journey ahead for you.
We absolutely do.
We are looking at how sheer speed is fundamentally enabling autonomous AI agents. And that velocity is triggering a massive financial ripple effect across the whole industry.
We will also look at some stark warnings from prominent investors.
Yeah, some heavy stuff there.
And finally, we will see how one man leveraged all of this raw tech.
To try and save his dog's life.
Exactly.
Eek.
Pete, to truly understand what artificial intelligence is capable of today, you first have to grasp the underlying physics of it.
You really do.
You have to understand the velocity. You also need to look at the plunging costs of the engines powering it all.
Yeah, and the clearest example of this just dropped.
Google released Gemini 3.7 Flash.
What is wild is that this came out exactly 3 weeks after version 3.6.
Just 3 weeks.
3 weeks. That is a blisteringly fast, almost aggressive release cycle.
It really is.
They are clearly focusing heavily on complex coding and deep web development here.
Let us look at the actual specs for a moment.
Okay.
It has a 1 million token context window.
Meaning the amount of text the AI can remember at once.
Exactly. And it can generate up to 64,000 output tokens.
In a single prompt.
Yeah, which is just massive.
We are talking about capabilities that are expanding horizontally now. It can generate complete functional websites from scratch.
Right.
It can look at a static screenshot and perfectly rebuild the entire user interface.
It turns flat PDFs into interactive web pages.
Yeah, and it coordinates multiple AI agents in the background to pull all this off.
Beat. It is fascinating when you look at the benchmarks, too.
Oh, for sure.
It scored 43.6% on Frontier Code 1.1.
Which places it ahead of Claude Sonnet 5.
Right. It even beats GPT 5.6 Terra in that specific test.
Yeah, though it is worth noting it still trails Terra slightly on long horizon coding.
You know, the really complex multi-step software architecture tasks.
Right, exactly. But honestly, the real story here is not just the benchmark score.
No, it is the raw speed.
And it is the cost.
The economics are shifting dramatically.
They really are.
Google is engaging in a blatant price war right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Till the end of 2026, their API is aggressively cheap.
Like shockingly cheap.
It is 75 cents per million input tokens.
Right.
And output tokens are $3.75.
Yeah, and they plan to double those prices in 2027.
It is a classic move.
Totally. They want to capture the entire developer ecosystem right now while it is cheap.
They are forcing everyone else to lower their prices to compete. 2-sec silence. But the speed is what I find most profound.
Yeah.
Gemini 3.7 hits around 340 tokens per second.
Which is fast.
That is like watching a machine read an entire novel in a single heartbeat.
It is nuts.
Yet OpenAI just countered.
Oh, they definitely did.
They launched an ultra-fast mode for GPT 5.6 Sol.
It is completely absurd.
How fast is it?
Salon pushes output up to 750 tokens per second.
Wow.
That is 14 times faster than what we consider standard speed today.
14 times?
Yeah. It is not even reading anymore. It is just downloading a matrix of text instantly.
Does this 14x speed increase actually change how we use AI, or is it just a vanity metric?
Oh, it completely changes the paradigm. Speed is everything.
Right.
When a model responds instantly, you stop waiting for a search engine to give you answers. You start having a real-time, zero-latency conversational thinking process with the machine.
So zero latency transforms AI from a search engine into a real-time collaborator.
Exactly. It changes from a tool you query into a partner you brainstorm with.
Beat. But because these models are now so incredibly fast and so cheap, their fundamental nature is shifting.
They do not just generate passive blocks of text anymore.
Right. They're becoming independent agents.
Yeah, they can actively navigate the web for you now.
This is where that massive speed actually translates into physical action.
Exactly. Think about Claude Cowork.
Yeah.
It just got a massive update. It can now take over repetitive tasks directly inside your Chrome browser.
It is a surreal concept.
It really is.
It is like handing a physical mouse over to a ghost.
That is a great way to put it.
It literally takes over the browser. It clicks drop-downs, it types in forms, it scans web pages.
All in real time.
Yeah.
Gemini 3.7 is doing the exact same thing with rebuilding interfaces.
Right.
And because of this, we are seeing a sudden flood of new, highly empowered tools.
Take Kane CLI, for example.
Yeah, that one is interesting.
It allows for natural language browser testing. You just tell it what to test in plain English, and it runs it.
It actually returns pass or fail results based on real browser interaction.
And then you have tools like Edo.
Edo is fascinating.
It catches software bugs using actual runtime evidence.
Right, and that is a huge shift.
Yeah.
Traditional static analysis tools and even older AI reviewers, they just look at the code.
They guess where a bug might be.
Exactly, but Edo actually executes the code.
It runs the application before reviewing it.
Right, it finds the bug because it literally watched the program crash.
And then there is Nufos.
Mm-hmm.
It provides a shared workspace for these AI agents to collaborate.
They investigate production issues and operate systems together.
And I have to admit, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself.
Oh, sure.
You know, where the AI slowly wanders off topic over time.
Yeah, like a bad game of telephone.
Exactly. So the idea of letting it click around my browser autonomously makes me slightly anxious.
You are definitely not the only one feeling that. There is actually a massive undercurrent of anxiety about this.
People are starting to actively fight back against this level of AI control and tracking.
We are seeing a notable backlash.
A new open source tool was just released specifically to strip inviolable watermarks.
Right. It removes these hidden digital markers from the outputs of Claude, Gemini, and OpenAI.
Users want to maintain ownership of their content.
Yeah, they do not want invisible tracking mechanisms embedded in the code or text these agents generate.
They want the utility of the ghost, but they do not want it leaving fingerprints.
Exactly.
2-sec silence. With agents independently testing code and browsing, how do we trust their runtime evidence over human oversight?
Well, tools like Edo provide verifiable proof of those bugs.
Right.
It shifts our trust away from the AI's subjective opinion of the code and places it squarely on the actual hard execution logs.
Trust the code execution logs, not the AI's subjective analysis. Make it prove it.
Precisely. The environment itself verifies the work. Sponsor. This deep dive is brought to you by Workflow Pro. In a world where autonomous agents are moving at lightning speed, you need human tools that can actually keep up. Workflow Pro seamlessly integrates your complex daily tasks into one clean, incredibly intuitive dashboard. Whether you are managing a small creative team or scaling a massive enterprise architecture, Workflow Pro adapts to your unique rhythm. Listeners of the Deep Dive can get a 30-day free trial right now by visiting workflowpro.com/deep dive. That is workflowpro.com/deep dive. Take control of your day today.
Building the infrastructure for millions of these autonomous ghosts to move our cursors is not cheap.
No, it is not.
It requires astronomical amounts of money. It requires massive physical infrastructure to support the compute load.
And that brings us to a massive financial crossroads in the industry today.
Are we looking at a permanent technological boom, or are we inflating a massive bubble?
Because the scale of the money involved right now is truly staggering.
Let us look at Databricks as the prime example of this infrastructure surge.
Okay.
They are a massive player in the data layer required for AI.
Right.
They originally planned to raise $1 billion in this current round.
But investor demand was so utterly rabid, it pushed that number up to $15 billion.
Which is insane.
They eventually compromised and settled on raising $5 billion.
That places their total valuation at $190 billion.
Right, yeah.
Their revenue has reached a $7 billion annual run rate.
Whoa, imagine scaling to 1 billion queries.
It is hard to even picture.
The physical servers, the cooling systems, the sheer electricity required to support that kind of infrastructure is just mind-bending.
It is a staggering flow of capital.
It really is.
But it is important to note that not everyone is celebrating these massive valuations.
No, definitely not.
Michael Burry, the investor famous for predicting the 2008 housing crisis, is raising some significant red flags.
He is looking very closely at Nvidia's recent $500 billion funding deal.
Right.
He's pointing out how interconnected all this funding is.
Burry stated that this specific situation has, in his words, echoes of Enron.
That is a heavy comparison.
It is. Now, we are simply reporting his stance here.
Right.
We are not endorsing his financial prediction, nor are we taking a side on the market's future.
It is just a very stark warning from a prominent voice.
Exactly. Regardless of the warnings, these companies are pushing incredibly hard to find new, sustainable revenue streams.
OpenAI, for instance, is currently testing a $100 per month premium tier.
This is aimed at their GPT business platform.
Yeah, it promises 5 times more usage for their power users.
Meanwhile, Apple is taking a very different financial angle on the AI space.
Apple reportedly has a 9-figure budget on the table right now.
Wow.
They plan to actually pair publishers when Siri uses their content to answer user queries.
It is a fascinating model.
It really is. It could become a major new revenue stream for traditional media companies.
But amidst all of this aggressive fundraising, spending, and rapid expansion, there is a very quiet reality check happening.
Yeah, Microsoft is abruptly cleaning house.
They are actively killing off several of their flagship Copilot AI features starting August 18th.
It is a surprisingly sudden pruning of their product line.
It really is.
They are shutting down Copilot group chats, the podcast features, labs, deep research, and Miko.
They are just pulling the plug.
Yeah.
Why is Microsoft killing Copilot features right when the underlying models are getting radically cheaper and faster?
Because raw capability does not automatically equal product market fit. Users want highly specific workflows that solve real problems.
Right.
They do not just want generalized AI gimmicks slapped onto their software.
Raw intelligence doesn't guarantee a good product. The market demands highly specific, useful tools.
Exactly. Utility always wins over novelty in the long run.
We have talked about the physics of token speeds.
Yeah.
We explored agents taking over browsers, and we discussed billion-dollar valuations.
We covered a lot of ground.
We did. But what is the actual tangible payoff of all this compute power in the physical world?
For that, we have to look past the screens.
Right.
We have to look at biological applications.
Let us talk about Paul Cunningham.
Okay.
He has a dog named Rosie.
Right.
Rosie was diagnosed with a highly aggressive form of cancer.
Yeah, it is a tough story.
She went through all the standard protocols. She had surgery. She endured chemotherapy. And she tried immunotherapy.
And unfortunately, all of those traditional treatments failed.
The veterinarians gave Rosie only a few months to live.
It is a devastating position for any pet owner to be in.
This is where the story profoundly intersects with everything we have discussed today.
Cunningham did not accept that timeline.
No, he did not.
He leveraged the raw speed of these new AI tools.
He used ChatGPT, he used AlphaFold, and he used advanced genomic analysis.
He used those models to analyze Rosie's specific, unique biology. AlphaFold is incredible for this. It predicts protein structures.
So they used it to help identify the exact, unique mutations that were driving Rosie's specific tumor.
He then partnered with researchers and scientists at the University of New South Wales.
Together, using the AI's analysis, they helped manufacture a personalized mRNA vaccine just for Rosie.
Which is incredible.
It is. To be clear, an mRNA vaccine is a genetic messenger that teaches the body to fight disease.
Right. So they essentially taught Rosie's immune system exactly what her specific cancer looked like.
And after administering this custom vaccine, the results were stunning.
Several of Rosie's tumors reportedly shrank significantly.
It is a deeply moving application of customized biotechnology.
It really is.
And it was so successful in extending Rosie's life that it actually sparked an entirely new company.
It is now a Y Combinator-backed startup.
It is called Gamgee.
Gamgee wants to scale this exact process.
They want to do this for other dogs facing terminal diagnoses.
They plan to sequence each individual canine tumor.
Right.
Then they use these high-speed AI models to identify the specific mutations.
Once identified, they design a custom mRNA vaccine tailored precisely to that dog.
They then manage the treatment directly in partnership with local veterinarians.
It is moving fast.
Yeah. The company is already running clinical trials in Australia.
They're accepting complex canine cases globally.
There are reportedly more than 300 dogs on their wait list right now.
2-sec silence. We must include a very crucial caveat here.
Yes, definitely.
The scientific reality is that the Rosie case is still an early, isolated example.
Researchers have strongly cautioned about drawing definitive, sweeping conclusions just yet.
That is a vital point.
Rosie received multiple other aggressive treatments before she got the custom vaccine.
Right.
Scientifically, it is very difficult to completely isolate how much of her improvement came specifically from the mRNA vaccine versus the lingering effects of the prior therapies.
Given the caveat about Rosie's multiple treatments, Is the real breakthrough the vaccine itself, or the speed at which AI analyzed her genomics?
The breakthrough is the compression of time. AlphaFold and these massive context window models took what used to be years of biological puzzle solving, and they shortened it.
They shortened it into a time frame fast enough to actually treat a living, breathing patient.
Exactly.
The true breakthrough is time. AI compressed years of biological research into mere weeks.
Precisely. That unprecedented speed is the only thing that makes hyper-personalized medicine viable.
Let us synthesize everything we have unpacked in this deep dive today.
Okay.
Our narrative arc started with the raw, underlying physics of compute.
We looked at models downloading text at 750 tokens per second.
We saw AI agents autonomously moving cursors and clicking around Chrome browsers.
We examined the infrastructure boom.
Right.
We saw companies like Databricks raising $5 billion at staggering, mind-bending valuations.
But we also saw the market's reality check, with Microsoft quietly pruning features that ultimately lacked clear utility.
Yeah, that was a stark contrast.
And it all culminated in a custom, genetically tailored cancer vaccine for a dog.
It is a powerful reminder.
It really is. Artificial intelligence is scaling vertically in the cloud at breakneck speeds.
But its most profound, lasting impacts are intimately physical.
The bridge between digital processing speed and tangible biological outcomes is finally being built.
It is amazing to watch.
I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over today.
Sure.
A single, determined owner used off-the-shelf AI tools today.
Yeah.
He used them to help engineer a custom cancer vaccine for his pet.
Right.
What happens when those underlying AI models become 14 times faster again?
It is wild to think about.
What happens when they act as fully autonomous researchers silently navigating our medical systems tomorrow?
Yeah.
Will hyper-personalized medicine eventually become as cheap and as instant as a simple web search?
It is a profound question. The future is arriving faster than we think.
It really is. Thank you for going on this deep dive with us today.
We appreciate you tuning in.
Look closely at your own daily workflows this week.
Yeah, look for the friction.
See where the raw speed of these new models might unlock something that was previously impossible for you. OT Row Music.